Hi, this is Neil Hopman from Samui Mala. My guest today is Dr. Thomas Goreau. Welcome, Thomas. Dr. Thomas Goreau of the Global Coral Reef Alliance in Bao Rock, Thailand, the co-founder of the Bao Rock technology, which you're able to tell us a little bit about and give people who aren't familiar with Bao Rock a little bit of background in terms of the history, development, as well as the efficacy here on Koh Samui, where we're suffering tremendous challenges with the coral, not only the bleaching, but the damage that's been done to the coral, which is integral to our whole ecosystem.
Right. Well, the method we use we call BioRock, and it was originally invented by an architect called Wolf Hilberts in the 1970s. He realized that he could use low voltage electricity in the ocean to grow solid rock, limestone rock, the rock that makes coral reefs. You could grow that out of the ocean any size or shape. So he began trying to essentially produce building materials out of the sea. I heard about his work about the mid-1980s, and then he and I began working together on applying it towards growing corals. And so ever since then we got off on that. We never were able to get around back to the building aspect, but it still is very valid. So for the last, since the mid-80s, we've been essentially using this for growing corals. Now, what we found is that we could build structures of any size or shape that we want in the ocean, apply a charge, and we grow rock. It slowly grows. We try to grow it not more than about 1 to 2 centimeters a year, because we want material that's rock hard, that's it's got good structural strength that you can make a building out of.
And the slower the better.
The slower the better. That's exactly right. If you try to grow it fast, you use weaker material. So we try to grow it slowly, and what we found in doing that was that we could get corals to grow many times faster than normal, to survive conditions of high temperature and high sediment and high nutrients would normally kill them, and to speed up the growth and restore ecosystems in places where they can't recover naturally, to keep them alive where they would die. So the result is with this technology now, we can keep reefs alive where they would die. We can grow reefs in just a couple years in places where the reefs have died and there's been no natural recovery at all. We can wind up literally in front of a hotel, for example. Yeah. All around the world we go to hotels, and you go to the hotel, you go to the beach, and you look at the reef in front, it's dead. And you wonder why. And well, in most cases, that hotel killed their own reef because they didn't take care of their sewage, they would keep us trample on the reef and all that sort of thing. And the reef's dead and hasn't come back. And so what you'll see is that if the guests want to go and see a few fish and see some corals and have a nice time, they have to take them hours by boat. So here in Samui, all the tourists who want to see fish and corals go hours to Koh Tao. They don't take them here in Koh Samui. But however, they could. I mean, we can literally, in these places that have nothing left, we can grow a whole reef within a year or two right in front of them. And moreover, if we design that right, it acts to slow the waves down and grow the beach back. So here in Samui, we've got many places where the beaches are eroding and washing away. And with this sort of method, we can actually grow reefs, restore the fisheries, and restore the beaches all at the same time.
So it's a rejuvenation.
Yes, it's rejuvenation. That's exactly right. We're trying to restore whole ecosystems and bring them back to what they used to be, because what we have left is only a shadow of what it used to be. There was incredible reef and fish all around Samui, and now there's only a little bit left. We want to try to bring that back. If we don't, we won't really have anything much to swim, to look at. We won't have much fish to eat. We'll have to import them. And we're going to watch our beaches continue to disappear. So it makes more sense to bring back our natural heritage or the resources that we depend on rather than to have to rely on a concrete wall.
In order to achieve this rejuvenation, what's needed from a point of view of supporting Bao Rock here on Koh Samui?
Well, anything costs. Everything costs. And I mean, the cost in our method is that we have to apply electricity, energy. And that's a limitation. There's a real cost to that. Now, what it costs is a lot less of not doing it and letting the ecosystem disappear than losing those ecosystem services. But in our case, what we try to do is we try to use sustainable energy.
Yes.
We've been doing, in the last few years, we're working with pioneers in wave energy generation, tidal energy generation, wind, and solar energy generation. What we find is that pretty much any place has enough clean, untapped, renewable energy that if we were to use only a little fraction of what's available right here in front of this shoreline, we could grow reefs and restore the fisheries of the beach at the same time. And only use a tiny bit of the energy that's there, meaning that there's a lot of excess energy that we're not using that's sitting here that's available to us at the same time. But we haven't yet invested in tapping those renewable energy resources anywhere in the world. Our policies have failed disastrously in that regard.
So the key is to harness that energy,
Absolutely.
to apply it to the coral reefs, and the impact will be...
That's right, and restore the ecosystems that we need to rely on for our quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the course of action has been chartered. It's just a matter of getting in there and making a commitment to it. Thanks so much for your wisdom.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you being here with us. Yeah.
Thank you.